In the astrology of December 16th and 17th for this weekend, we have some very powerful energy, including the Sun in a square with Neptune, which, of course, as always, calls us to face what is an illusion and what is reality. What are we heading towards out of a optimism and a hope? What are we heading towards out of being fooled or perhaps even fooling ourselves? And most importantly, in this particular square between Sagittarius and Pisces, Sun Sagittarius, Neptune Pisces, we have to slow things down. The more confusing, the more strange the illusions, the harder it is to discern, the more we have to slow each and every step down in order to see exactly where we're going. At the same time this is happening, some of these challenges of facing the illusion we're going to experience with Venus in its quad novile with Eris. And so part of the power here is really about overcoming challenges and overcoming difficult parts of our lives, including discord, disharmony, with other people. So essentially really standing close to whether it be a relationship partner or the friends we care about most, standing side by side with them and not trying to face all of our challenges all alone. Now, while this is happening, Mercury conjuncts its own north node. So the north node of Mercury and Mercury are in a conjunction in Capricorn. While this happens, it kind of gives us a sacred insight into the future. And it, once again, it's not going to give us the exact details like, okay, well, on February 12th at 3 p.m., this is going to happen. It's not like that. It's more of a knowing of where things are headed in general with what we're doing and what the outcome is going to be if we continue on the course that we're on right now. And while there's going to feel like there's knowledge of the future, a knowing of the future, we at the same time are going to have the moon conjunct the south node of Neptune in Aquarius. And so there's going to be visions or deep psychic knowings of what has occurred in the past, or even deep sort of themes that have happened in the past 2,000 years during the age of Pisces that are now coming to a close as we have entered the age of Aquarius. For Aries today, this is going to be a very thematic and intense weekend. You are going to feel almost like the archetypal hero who has to go against the crowd. That's going to be a big theme, is you going against what feels like the ocean of the rest of the world and walking against the might of the ocean. For Taurus, you're going to feel very informed this weekend. You're going to always be one step ahead and know things before they occur, almost to a degree that is kind of confusing on how exact you know it, but you're just going to know. For Gemini today, you are very much connected to the coyote totem of being able to tell the truth with a joke or with sarcasm and being able to almost protect yourself from lies by sort of seeing what is taken too seriously. So ironically, you'll have an easier time telling the truth by using metaphors, using similes, using stories, or using jokes than you would just seriously trying to explain the truth to someone. For Cancer, you might find yourself caretaking for others, and especially in this Aquarian energy, you might be taking care of or helping or befriending someone who, whether they literally come from a foreign land or not is irrelevant, but someone who feels out of place. You are going to be looking after someone and almost helping them kind of integrate a little bit because they feel like they are so out of sorts. For Leo, you might feel, kind of similar to Aries in a way of going against the tide, but for you specifically, this is about upholding certain traditions or keeping a level of respect and sacredity to certain rituals or certain belief systems, and you might feel like you're the only person around you trying to uphold them in this modern, constantly shifting world. For Virgo, you're going to feel very profoundly skilled at supporting others, as well as potentially even being kind of a matchmaker, but you're going to feel as though you know what other people need and how it is that you're going to be able to help them. For Libra, you are called this weekend to definitely find some humility, kind of like the archetypal hero who knows that they need to go off and train in this particular area or meet this wise man or whatever the process exactly is. There are places where you need to go get experience, where you need to go get information, knowledge, or understanding of some kind. And when you know where you need to get it, you need to go get it. It's not something that can be kind of done on the fly or that you there's some things that you can't always collect just by yourself. Sometimes there needs to be that other person or that other energy there. Scorpio, you're going to feel incredibly in sync, especially with your, whether it be a relationship partner or someone that you were interested in having a relationship with, where it feels like there's a very mutual, intense love vibration. You're going to feel very, on an uncanny level, in sync with other people this weekend. You're going to know with a great level of emotional intimacy what it is that they need, what it is that you want to say, and you're going to also notice that other people kind of know what you're going through as well before you even tell them. Sagittarius, you are going to be possibly invited somewhere this weekend, but regardless, you are going to find yourself in a mysterious place, somewhere where you feel very out of place, where you don't know exactly how to, whether it be that you don't know the customs, whether it be that you don't know the language, or that the culture of this space you're entering is very different from your own, because you're going to feel in some way, shape, or form very out of sorts, and you're going to have to basically just accept that there's a learning curve and that there's a learning process, and that everything you've ever known may not have prepared you for this exact situation, and that's okay. For Capricorn, it might feel as though you kind of meet the archetypal character who reveals the plot or reveals something that is coming up on the horizon. Maybe this will be with your work life, maybe it will be with a relationship, but someone you are going to encounter is going to be almost talking about what it is that's coming next in a way that resonates with you, and you don't exactly know how to even put it into words, but you know that they're onto something. And so it's important to pay attention to these plot points that are going to be showing up in your life. For Aquarius, while you might feel incredibly out of the water, like a fish out of water, and you don't exactly know how to figure things out, it's important to understand that whether it be, the Cancer archetype or not, you've got people looking after you. You've got people that do have your back, whether or not it always feels that way. And even if maybe you don't, you're going to meet people who do, because there is a great deal of energy of almost sending out this beacon of energy that calls other people to you to kind of give you the assistance that you might need right now, especially if you're feeling just totally out of sorts. And for Pisces, you might feel like the archetypal sage who just kind of has the wisdom that other people need. It's just like how Taurus, it feels very informed this weekend. You're going to feel very wise this weekend. You're going to, whether or not you even planned or attempted to make it this way, you're going to have a lot of the answers that other people need, and you might not always even intend to give them the answers when you're doing so. Thank you guys for tuning in this weekend. I hope you all have an amazing rest of the week, and I will talk to you all on Monday.